Okay, so we're in Studio One. This is our AJA Key Pro recorder. There are 3 of them in the studio, so we're currently using 102. There are also 3 in Studio 2, and they are connected to the audio board and also the Ross Carbonite switcher. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. So these are recording right now. I have a specific camera coming up from the studio, from Studio One. And just to show you a quick setup, so we've got the power button here. So I've already got it on. If I were to power it down, I would press this and it would ask me to hold it for several seconds so it would power down. I have a proprietary AJA pack, packed is what they call it, and we've got 1 per recorder, and it's I believe it's a terabyte is what our recorders are, and I can pull one out from another one and you can see what they look like. And so pretty heavy duty. They are in the studio for you to record on, and we are recording 4K on these recorders from the studios. And so if you want to set up your record, then we're going to go into media. So hit the media button. We are going to go first, you can see on number 14.1 is where you can set your Apple ProRes setting. So if you press this knob down, then we now can change the settings. So you have proxy, LT, regular ProRes, or HQ. Those are your options. I think most people prefer to stick in the LT. It's a lower file size, but I would probably personally avoid proxy. It's a little bit better quality to be an LT, but as soon as you get up into regular ProRes or HQ, you're gonna get some pretty high file sizes above what you're already recording in LT. So once you set what you want to record, you hit the button again, and you've got that set. And now you can go over to the next step is going to be on 16, and that is your formatting of your hard drive there that's plugged in. So these are the only hard drives that'll work with these recorders. So if you want to be, right now it's set to exFAT, so we'll leave it at exFAT, but if you wanted to change it, you hit the knob, and we can go up and choose either exFAT or HFS+. Then hit the button, hit the knob, store that. And then we go over to 16.2, and then it's media format. So we press the knob, go over to OK, hit that, and it's going to format slot 1. All right, and then that will take a second, and then it will be good to go. Must have been a lot of footage on that. All right, so we're done with that. And what we can do is we can hit display here, and we can now see that this is recorder 102. You can see our resolution, that 4K resolution. We're at 60 frames a second, and we're recording in ProRes 422 LT. We also see that we have 99% of our hard drive or our pack available. We're in slot 1, and then our first file is going to be called Reel 001. And so now, if you're good with that, you can get out of the media tab and free that up. If you want to see some more displays, you can see your audio levels, which will actually show audio levels from the audio board. It's your program out audio. If you want to see other things, so you can see nothing. If you want to see, your full frame there. But this is typically what we see. We usually see this information and we see the audio there. So now we're ready to hit record. So we can just hit record. We now see that the blinking is happening here on our card number 1. We see that we've got time code. We see the little red circle there. So we are recording. If you want to hit stop, and then that was about 15 seconds. If we want to hit record again, we are now creating another file, and then we can hit stop on that. So once you're ready to pull the hard drive out, then if this light is lit up green, then do not pull it out. It will or can affect your files. So we actually want to hold down this slot button, and it says unmounting media. And then once that goes away and this green light goes away, this is safe to pull out. But don't do it when that light is green. And so now it says media mounting. You do have a headphone jack here if you want to listen to it. You have your volume knob that you can turn there, but it's best to monitor your audio from the audio board. And then we have our number here, 102, so that'll come into play here in a second, but you also see it up there as well. This is just helpful when the device is turned off. And if you ever wanted to see your status, you can hit status and you'll see more information about, what you're recording. You can turn that off by hitting status. So that's pretty much it. You're going to get into the media menu when you first get into it, and then you can hit display and determine what you want to see. And then if you want to replay your content, then you would hit the play button, and it will then go into the media that we have, which for us is the same thing that we see happening in the studio right now. And then if you want to toggle between files, then you can just use the knob to toggle between files. And then you can hit play and it'll actually play that file. And then now your toggle is actually a way to speed up the process. When you want to get back to recording, back to what's currently live in the studio, then just hit the stop button and it'll switch over to what's currently live. So that's what's currently happening, but I can switch that feed if I want to from the switcher, just so you can see that that's actually happening in real time while I change these inputs. So that's pretty much it. We're ready to power down. If I hit the power button, it says shutting down in 1, 2, 3, and it'll be shutting down. So now I can release, and that's it. That's pretty much the hard drives and the recording. Okay, so we're on the Ross Carbonite switcher right now, is to the right of those recorders. And I had mentioned the name of the recorders, the Key Pros are 101, 102, and 103 in Studio One. And then we have 201, 202, and 203 in Studio 2. And so in each of those studios, the third recorder is connected to program. So whatever you have actually on the program monitor, whatever you're recording and sending out live, is being sent to recorder 3. What you can do up here on 101 and 102 on this auxiliary bus, or this row of buttons, is you can send what feed you want recording in recorder 1 and recorder 2. So let's say that I'm doing a live music show, and I'm switching between different cameras, and that is being recorded on recorder 3, but I want to walk away with the wide shot recorded the entire time, so that way I can edit in any mistakes that we might have made on the switching. So I'm going to hit 101 right here, which is aux 1, and I'm going to select on this top row, on this the one that's white, lit up white, I'm going to select whatever I want to record in recorder 1. So I'm going to record camera 3. Let's assume that that's my wide shot. You also have an option to send a feed directly to recorder 2. So I can hit aux 2, and let's say I want to send maybe the back camera that's mounted on the back wall. So that's what these stickers are here for. So aux 1 and aux 2, you are telling the Key Pro recorders which a video source to record. So aux 1 is connected to 101, aux 2 is connected to 102. And you select that feed on this top row. And then the third recorder is recording your actual program feed. The audio for all 3 recorders is taking your program audio. So you don't have to worry about trying to route audio. You're only routing a video source to the first 2 recorders. All right, so that's pretty much everything that we teach in the studio classes regarding the Key Pro recorders.